All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another breakdown for the Sunday swings pairs. Let's get right into it. First of all is NZD/USD. NZD/USD is due for a continuation to the downside. We have one time frame in sync on the weekly, two on the daily, and the third time frame in sync is not there. The 4-hour time frame is currently still bullish. So in a perfect world for the perfect trade, we would wait for price to break underneath this EMA, pull back into the EMA, and then sell into the profit target, which is potentially the daily target or the daily structure or the 4-hour structure right there. The confluences are not the best right now. We only have about 70% confluences. Without any entry confluences, we are only at about 40 to 50%. So still a little bit of waiting to do, but it's not terrible if you want to take an early entry. But it is a bit riskier than if we were to wait for price to give us proper confirmation for sells. Next is AUD/CHF. AUD/CHF on a weekly time frame is currently bearish. On the daily time frame, it is currently bearish, and on the 4-hour time frame, it is currently bullish. So similar to the other CHF pairs, we are currently getting a push up, potentially to create a double top. That could be an option. So in order to avoid any unnecessary risks, it would be best to wait for that break underneath the EMA, the retest, and then the sell to happen. So there aren't too many confluences for the sells right now. We have an area of interest. We have a few weekly confluences, I believe. So yeah, we could consider this a double top, a head and shoulders kind of. Now we're retesting previous structure. We're not retesting the EMA. We don't have a candlestick rejection on the daily time frame. Also, why does it say bullish weekly time frame, daily time frame, or bearish? Daily time frame, we have a double top right here, so that's a pattern. We're retesting previous structure. We're retesting the EMA. We don't have a candlestick rejection yet. 4-hour time frame is creating a double top potentially. Now, if we do break below and retest, then we'll be retesting previous structure. We'll be retesting the EMA, and you could even get a candlestick rejection to form. And then if you have two or more entry confluences, then you have yourself an amazing trade. So as of right now, we're not there quite yet, but it is potential for a good setup. Euro USD is going to be the same as NZD USD. Still waiting for price to break and retest underneath that area of interest. Weekly time frame is bullish, but the daily time frame is bearish, as well as the 4-hour time frame, which could be bearish if we get that break and retest to happen. So once that happens, we'll have two time frames in sync to sell. Not much of a psychological level, but there is an area of interest. Weekly time frame is bullish. We do have like a double top setting up. I don't think that I would consider this retesting previous structure. We're not retesting the EMA, and this bearish weekly candle could count as a candlestick rejection. Daily time frame, retesting the EMA. Do we have a pattern? We have a shoulder, head, shoulder. So yes, we have a pattern. Retesting this previous structure right here, retesting the EMA. And if we close with the bearish engulfing, then we'll have a candlestick rejection. That's on the wrong section. Okay. Onto the 4-hour time frame. We don't have much pattern. We're not really retesting previous structure, but when we break and retest, we'll be retesting the EMA, and we will hopefully have a candlestick rejection similar to the previous pair that we broke down. with the entry confluences, we will be in a better place than we are right now. But that will only happen after we get the break and retest there. GBP USD going to be almost the same exact thing. I'm not going to do anything for this. Weekly time frame is bearish. Daily time frame is bearish. Looks very, very similar to Euro USD. We're underneath the EMA. We retested this area of interest and we sold. I wouldn't really be interested in taking this trade anymore, unless you're planning on selling it into way down yonder, which I wouldn't recommend since we have this very, very strong area of interest up here. But we are setting up for what looks to be reversal, potentially longer term. You know, we're above the EMA right now, but we could break underneath pretty easily, retest, and then sell. So that's something to look out for. In fact, this was 2022. Okay, so this was quite a while ago. That price had this type of price action. GBP AUD, Alex was looking to sell. Now it did sell. It sold very nicely because we had a head and shoulders on the 4-hour time frame. We're underneath the EMA. However, it was a counter trend trade. We only had one time frame in sync. So right now I'm not interested in this pair. Not until we break out of this little channel, I guess that's what you would call it. Or if you get a break and retest, daily time frame shifts bearish, then you could potentially take a continuation to the downside with 2 time frames in sync. But as of right now, you only have 1 time frame in sync. Okay. And then last but not least is AUD JPY. AUD JPY, Alex is looking for buys. Now this one is currently pulling back. Weekly time frame is bullish, daily time frame is bullish, and 4-hour time frame is bullish. We had a push. Now we've pulled back into the 4-hour area of interest. We had a bullish engulfing candle out of the area of interest. What I'd be looking for now is a shift back above some of the EMAs, 30-minute EMA, retest, and then buy. This one has good potential for a continuation. So for a quick recap, waiting for the break and retest on the 4-hour time frame here. Waiting for the break and retest here. Break and retest. Not interested at the moment. Not interested in the moment. And then AUD JPY waiting for the lower time frame break and retest there. Now, other than that, I don't think that there's much for us to go over. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.